Hello, it's Jo from Emily Cat 176. It's Monday and I have had quite a busy weekend because I saw two different shows on the weekend. The first one, it was a little bit bittersweet because if you look on my website and YouTube channel, I've actually shared a video saying goodbye to the State Theatre for 3 years. So we went and saw Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I tried to get Susie to say thank you on camera, but she didn't want to be on camera, so that's fine. I do think it's wonderful that she buys me these sorts of gifts for my birthday, but yeah, so if you look at that video, as I say, it's quite noisy. And this is what happens before a show starts. It's noise, it's people finding their seats, it's colour, they're looking at programs, they're talking about the performance ahead. It's wonderful. I love all that noise. And as soon as the conductor comes out, that's it. It's quiet. It's wonderful, wonderful. I will just say, I hope they keep the curtains with the renovation. Those beautiful red curtains with on both sides down this way. I think it's the crest of Victoria, and it's got a lyrebird, the feathers that their tails go out like that. So I hope they keep those. But the ballet, I really liked it. It's different. It's not a classic ballet like Swan Lake or the Nutcracker. And it's interesting because I got talking to a woman on the train on the way back. She's actually going up to Sydney to see the Nutcracker because, of course, with this renovation, I'm sure we've had a shortened season. And this is what she was saying. Her son lives up in Sydney, and she and a friend are going to go up and see the Nutcracker in Sydney. Now, I don't know what it's going to be like next year, but we all also have here the Victorian Ballet. And last weekend, they were actually dancing Swan Lake at the Frankston Arts Centre. So and I've seen them perform before, but they're very good. But the Australian Ballet, they are good. And this ballet, well, of course, it tells the story of Alice in Wonderland. I think they're meant to be a little bit older because in the story, I think Alice is a child of about 10, I think. I've never actually read it, but I know she's meant to be a child. The staging and the costumes were just amazing. And the Red Queen, oh my goodness, she gets wheeled out in this thing that it's like that. And she steps out of that and dances. I liked it. Susie, it's not her favourite ballet, but as I said, it's different. I did like it. Of course, the standard of dancing is very high. I've seen it, so I probably won't see it again, but I really enjoyed watching it, and it's always lovely to see ballet. It's just beautiful, beautiful. And as I said, I just don't know how much we will see the Australian Ballet in Melbourne for the next 3 years. Ballet and opera plus their own shows in one theatre, the Regent Theatre. It's going to be a very tight squeeze. But it was interesting even on Saturday, because I was talking to people around me. Everyone knows that the State Theatre's closing down. It's not just it's the theatre, it's the dressing rooms and the below stairs part. Apparently it's getting renovated, that of course none of us see. The Fairfax Theatre in that building is still staying open. It's just the State Theatre, but it was a good send-off. It was a good send-off. And I think it is a story that lends itself to ballet. you've got like the Mad Hatter, he was actually tapping. And of course, I love tap dancing. But there was a bit of everything, as I said, and the costuming in particular was so good. And the two leads, now I actually took a QR code of the cast list, and do you think I can find it? So I apologise for not letting you know who the leads were. And I didn't buy a program. Susie got the program and I didn't take a note, so I do apologise for that, because I normally like to list who's dancing. And as I was saying to Susie when we were walking back to the train station, with dancing, because we went to a matinee, so of course the ones who dance in the matinee, especially the leads, they don't do the nighttime performance as well. So there has to be, with ballet, I think the company has to be quite big to begin with, and then the principal dancers. Now I did have a look in the program. There was maybe 8 or 10 principal dancers, male and female, maybe more. How many of them have to learn that particular role? Because I think her name was Lisa. Oh, this is terrible, isn't it, not knowing their names? I'm really kicking myself over that. But because it's demanding. Ballet dancing is demanding. Someone tried to tell me once that they thought male ballet dancers were effeminate, and I'm thinking, they have got to be fit, they've got to be strong. I said to them, you try lifting the female dancers and dancing as well, and lifting them and carrying them around the stage. I think they're very fit dancers. Dancers generally are fit. I mean, I knew a lady who'd been a dancer in her youth, and she still had good legs, even when she was in her 80s. And she said it's because I was a dancer. This is what happens, you see. So, yes, it is bittersweet. Because I've seen some great productions in the State Theatre. Great productions. And this one was backed by popular demand. And it was really lovely on Saturday, because I saw quite a few little girls dressed as Alice, the blue dress with was it a pinafore that was on the front of them? And I saw little girls in ballet, not the full tutus, but the ones with where the skirt doesn't stick out. That doesn't sound right, does it? But you know what I mean. I saw quite a few of them, and I thought, I love all that, it just adds to the experience. And where we sit, and it's like with the chamber orchestra, you see the same people. So when you're buying season tickets, you tend to sit in the same seats with the same people around you. And like we're talking, and yes, like us, they're bittersweet that it's closing. The Victorian Ballet, I don't think it dances in the city centre. I've seen it at Dandenong. As I said, it was at Frankston. Might even go out to Bunjil Place in the round. I don't know. I'll have to have a look at that. And the same with the opera. Melbourne Opera. And I would have liked to have seen this. They recently did a production of The Marriage of Figaro at the Athenaeum. So I'll be looking at the Melbourne Opera as well, because I just don't know how they're going to fit it in. I know with the opera, they are going everywhere. Geelong, Ballarat. I mean, it's good for the country areas, of course. But what about us in the city too? As I said, I think I said in one of my last videos, the person I know that's got a membership, she's still being charged the same price. And she can't travel into the city to see these productions. And I think that's something that's got to be looked at as well. But that's it. That's it for 3 years. And that's why I took the film inside too, just to, as for my record too, just to remember what it looks like. Because who knows what it'll look like when it's renovated. It might come back bigger and better, who knows. But as I said, I thought it was a good production and a good send-off for the State Theatre. Okay, that's it for Monday. Have a good week. I will have my Melbourne Arts on Wednesday, and I'm actually getting through that Tiny Tales of Alexander McCall Smith book. So anyway, as I said, it's going to be hot again for the next few days. Oh, I don't like this weather. Enjoy yourselves, and let me know what, because we were talking, this lady on the train, when she said the Nutcracker, I said, I've always said Swan Lake is my favourite ballet, with Nutcracker a very close second. I think I actually prefer the Nutcracker. I think the Nutcracker is now my favourite ballet, with Swan Lake. And then, of course, there's Sleeping Beauty. Oh, and then there's the Snow Queen. Oh, I love ballet. If you haven't noticed, I love ballet. So, as I said, leave me a comment. Let me know what your favourite ballet is, because I know there are ballet lovers all around the world. So have a good day, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.